Happy New Year's. Today Gina Young is going to show you all how easy it is to make delicious cheddar broccoli pasta salad. We're having this for our New Year's dinner and my family loves it and you will too. I would love to know, have you ever tasted this recipe? If you haven't, you are in for a treat. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need some of these rotini noodles. They're a spiral noodle and they have like the rainbow colors. If you don't want to use the different color ones, you can just use the plain spiral noodles, okay? You're going to need some red onion. Red onion brings a vibrant color to this recipe and a great taste. Okay, you're going to need broccoli. When you use the broccoli for this recipe, it has to be fresh. Do not get the kind that's frozen. It will turn into mush, okay? So now I have 1 head of broccoli and some sharp cheese. You can use mild, sharp, or, however you want, really. Just get you some orange cheese in there, okay? And we're gonna use your favorite mayonnaise. We're gonna use some vinegar, really interesting ingredient. We'll be using some sugar for this recipe, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's make cheddar broccoli pasta salad that's easy to make and everybody loves. Hope you all are having a happy New Year's today. And if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this here recipe. Have you ever tasted something like this? Let me tell you where this recipe originates from. Back in 2000 or early 2000s, y'all know I worked at Walmart. And they used to make a salad that was delicious. And anytime you come into Walmart, everybody wanted this famous pasta salad that was so good. And it was the broccoli cheddar pasta salad. And, I worked behind a deli. And so I was able to see how they made it, how they made it taste so good. And so now I make it here for my family and we love it. Super simple to make no matter who you feed it to, even if you feed it to the kids. And kids can sometimes be picky. They love it. And so that's what I make. I mean, that was like 2002, 2003. So that was a while back. And then, so nowadays, I don't really know if do they sell stuff in the Walmart deli anymore? I'm just wondering. I am just wondering because I don't know when the last time I've been inside of a Walmart to see if they sell anything. Matter of fact, I haven't even been inside of a Walmart. But here we go. We're going to make this recipe you're going to love. First thing we're going to do is let's get started shredding up our sharp cheese. In the meantime, I have my water boiling behind me so we can make up our noodles. When I cook my noodles, I only cook them for 11 minutes. 11 minutes is always going to give you that perfect al dente noodle, which is chewy to the tooth and never mushy, right? And then you want to salt your water. When you salt your water, you give the pasta some great flavor. If you're not salting your water when you're making potatoes, rice, or noodles, it's going to be flavorless, right? And you don't want that. Water is boiling. I've salted it. We're going to get those noodles right in. It's just a pound. I'm not making a really big batch today. When I'm having a whole lot of people over, I'll do 2 pounds of these noodles. Let's go ahead and take this time to break down our broccoli. So whether you're doing it this way and pulling it into smaller pieces, that's fine. But I would also tell you to cut off as much of the stem as you can and make sure that your broccoli is not too big of pieces. You want them to be bite-sized pieces, just like that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn around and take my knife here. Hold on. Hopefully it doesn't go everywhere. And I'm going to double back with my knife just like this until I get all those little pieces taken away, that longer stem. There's going to be people in the background that's going to tell you, don't throw that stem away, Gina. Use it for a broth. You can do that. If you want, save your stems. We're going to cut our broccoli up. In the meantime, our noodles are boiling. I would love to hear from you all. It's New Year's. Let me know some of your New Year's resolutions. What are you all doing today? What did you do last night? Did you celebrate? Let me hear from everybody. I'm going to be in the comment section below. And I want to see what everybody's doing, what you're eating. Are you doing the pork? Are you doing the sauerkraut and the black-eyed peas? Because I'm doing that today. This is just another side dish that we're having to go along with our ribs, our sauerkraut, our black-eyed peas. But this recipe hits every time. So delicious. Now that we're done chopping up our broccoli, we're going to go ahead and set it onto this platter, and we're going to wait for our noodles to get done. Once our noodles get done, it's super important that you cool them down. And the easiest way to cool your noodles down is just to run them under the sink. Set them in a colander. That's what you're going to drain them in, of course. And then just let that cold water run on them, because you can't mix this recipe together while the noodles are hot, because it will cook your broccoli and that would be like a disaster, right? So cool them down under the water, and then this recipe comes together so quickly. Your family will love it. Let me tell you an addition that you could add to this recipe. If you wanted to add some of those dried cranberries to this recipe, you could. Or if you wanted to put some raisins, you really could. It's going to give you a little sweet taste, but it's delicious. Our noodles are finally done. 11 minutes is up. Let's make our way over to the sink so we can drain them. And then remember, we got to get them nice and cold, so we're going to be running cold water on it. There we go. Quickly I cool these things down. Our noodles are finally cooked, and we rinsed them very well in cold water to cool them down. And so now you only need a little bit of this red onion to make it nice and pretty and to give it a great taste, okay? So I'm going to chop some up just like so. Chop it. For the life of me, I will never be able to figure out why they call this a red onion, because clearly my eyes see purple. You know, I think it's super funny, because why? Why are you calling it a red? Who called this? Who was the first person that called this a red onion? Because I see purple. Time to have some big fun. And how easily does this recipe come together? Like, I mean, all you really got to do, cook the noodles and cut up some vegetables, right? That's the type of recipe for me. We're going to go right in with these beautiful onions, okay? Just like so, not too much, just enough to give it color and a nice little crunch to it. Now listen, for those of you that may worry about the broccoli being too hard, don't worry about that. It's something about the little bit of acidity that we put in there, which is going to be our vinegar, that helps to soften up the broccoli perfect, okay? It doesn't make it mushy, but it softens it up so it's not as crunchy, okay? So if you eat it several hours later, it'll be perfect, right? Let's go ahead and mix these three together, and I need to wipe my eyes because those tears have me crying. Those onions. Let's go ahead and start putting all of our ingredients in. Look how beautiful this is. So let me grab my cheese. Stay right there. And I'm putting all of it in. There are some times where I'll leave out some of the cheese and put cheese on top as a garnish, but you know, whatever floats your fancy, however you want to do that. Okay, so let's mix this, and then I'm going to season it well. These spices is going to give it some great flavor, so don't be shy when you're seasoning. I'm going in with the black pepper because you need that, right? I'm going to put some sugar. The sugar kind of balances out the savoriness and the sourness from our recipe, okay? You don't have to put a whole lot. A little bit goes a long way. And no, we're not trying to make it sweet, but like I said, gives it like a sweet sour, okay? Garlic powder, a nice amount of it. Okay, I'm going to use a tiny bit of salt. If you can't use salt, just leave it out. It's really that simple, okay? And so now I'm going to put some mayonnaise in. You know how much mayonnaise. Don't put too much to make it too wet, right? But then you don't want a dry salad either, okay? So I start off with a little bit, and then we can always add two. I'm going to definitely use 2 cupfuls of the vinegar. Whatever kind of vinegar you have around your house will work. Let's mix everything. Let's go ahead and mix it, and then you taste it. Everything you make, no matter what it is, you taste it so you know what you're feeding to your family and friends and loved ones, and then you can just sit back and twirl your toes, knowing that it tastes good. But if you didn't taste it, you'll know that it don't taste good, right? Taste it. If it needs more seasoning, you can re-season. Needed some more mayonnaise, so let's go ahead and put the rest in, right? Putting it all in. Let me see how big this is. This is a 15 fluid ounce, and looks like I used all of it today. Now, if I was using, 2 boxes of the pasta, I'd probably use 2 of these mayonnaise, right? This should be perfect. All right, and then we're going to taste it. I'm excited. Is your stomach rumbling? Is your mouth watering? If so, I want to hear from you. Look at this pasta. It's perfect. It's not dry, moist enough. Everything's nice and fresh. Make you put the pasta salad into, it's heavy, into our serving dish that I'm going to serve it out of. I typically don't serve my recipe out of the bowl that I mixed it in because it's a bit messy. The sides has sauce all on it. So then when you transfer it to something else, it looks more presentable, right? We can put this right in the middle of the table and everybody can get how much they want from this bowl. It looks so much better. Put your little bit of parsley flakes on there and you're good to go. How easy was this recipe? Do you plan on trying it? Look at this. I know, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Tell the world what Gina's doing every single day in this kitchen. And Father, on today, we thank you for this meal. Your hedge of protection and your love. Amen. Amen. And once again, to my beautiful prayer, you stay tuned because I'm going to give you that first bite. Who wants to taste? You want to taste? I'm going to give you that first bite. Y'all, when I tell you this is good, the flavor is unbelievable. Take a bite. I'm going in. Y'all ain't getting none. Oh.